OG Anunoby. He's actually dead set on coming back before the playoffs, it looks like. OG Anunoby, sure, he will be back in Knicks lineup before playoffs.
Well,
So
what is
the New
that?
York,
And how are we guaranteed of being a playoff team if our whole team is like, we got to
well,
maintain this with what we have, and what we have ain't the greatest.
well, let's see. When the Knicks announced OG Anunoby's surgery on February 8th, it was a cleanup surgery on his right elbow. Two-way forward painted an optimistic picture on Tuesday, saying he's progressing every day. He believes for sure he expects to be back on the court with the Knicks before the end of the regular season and in time for the playoffs. Definitely sucks, he says. Uh, he's trying to get ready as fast as possible, be ready for the rest of the season, just progressing day by day. But I'm feeling better and better. So, yeah, I want to be back as soon as possible for sure. We were 15-2. The Knicks were 15-2 in that stretch when we got OG Anunoby, of course. And it's bad timing because for us to add, Bogey, Precious, Jericho Sims coming back, Alec Burks, I'm sure he's just missing out on all of that because I think for the most part with OG, for everybody who's not understanding what's going on, OG Anunoby would have been able to sit down some minutes, right? With OG, like now we're seeing with Precious Achiuwa and everything. I understand having a 9-man rotation, 9-man lineup. We in the playoffs, it makes the most sense. That was Bob Myers' criticism about having a deep bench, but there is nothing like Mitchell Robinson. If he's coming off an injury, here's 10 to 15 minutes, just like Isaiah Hartenstein is doing right now. Hey, here's Precious Achiuwa.
I'll take it.
Right. Here's 10 to 15 minutes if OG has to come back and take a breather. We need some rebounding right now and to cover a couple of guys on rotation. They're perfectly capable of doing that. That's what OG Anunoby is basically saying right now. Shout out to everybody in the building, by the way. Over 30 people in the building right now.
Yes, sir.
Wait, as we await the Celtics Knicks game coming up. But come on, if you put yourself in OG's position, you got to feel what he feels, especially coming to New York. This is not Toronto. Anyone will understand if you play in New York. Everyone comes to the Garden, to the Mecca, to show out in Madison Square Garden. So imagine playing here 41 times of the year minimum. And then on top of that, you're bringing this culture with you. On top of that, you're OG Anunoby, and it's not like R.J. Barrett. It's not like Julius Randle the last couple of years. OG start, isn't it even better than Jalen Brunson's? Like Jalen Brunson, come on, he's like a god now. But OG kind of got to that level even quicker.
I mean, the last two major additions we've had to the team, we've started flawlessly. We got Josh Hart last year and went on a 9-game win streak. We get OG this year, and what did we start? 12-2 or something like that? Like
15-2.
We went on a great run. So, I like that, and that that it just goes along with my point about Sexton. It's not really about Sexton, right? Right, Fabian? It's not about him. That was just a name to throw out there. But that type of guys that just be able to fit in seamlessly and bring certain things to the ball club that we need. OG was something that we needed. Josh Hart was something that we needed. Again, those type of players. We could talk about some other kind of player. It don't have to be Colin Sexton. It could be somebody else. But I'm just talking about those kind of guys that love to play basketball, low maintenance guys that want to come in, do their job, love, team oriented. Those kind of guys is who I'm talking about. They're not going to come in and dog it, not begging for minutes. When they do get minutes, they're going to play their behinds off. You know what I'm saying? Those are the type of guys. So it didn't have to be Colin Sexton. It could really be anybody that fits that mold. I want to continue to bring guys on our roster like that until we can hit that home run.